All right, big spot here for the former undisputed UFC middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, and he's not too emotionally attached to a lot of these results. I expect a big effort out of him here tonight.
You know, John, I love that you teed it up that way, because I was just thinking that for a guy that seemed to be on a rocket ship to the moon, becoming a middleweight champion, he handles adversity as well as anyone I've ever seen. When he lost to Jan Blachowicz, when he tried to become double champion, still even keel. When he lost his championship, even keel. I believe that ability will allow for him to work his way back to a championship opportunity, where I expect him to be very competitive and possibly earn himself the belt back.
And skill for skill, there are a lot of people that still believe he's the best middleweight in the world. A lot of the elite 185-pounders believe that Izzy and not necessarily Pereira represent the toughest matchup for them. We'll see how Adesanya fares in this critical matchup here tonight. Well, there's always a special feeling when Khamzat Chimaev makes the walk, whether at welterweight or at middleweight. This man has proven to be a real problem and really has lived up to all the hype and then some, dating to his 2020 UFC debut.
It's so hard for you to meet expectation, much less exceed it.
Right.
Khamzat Chimaev has exceeded the expectations set for him when he made his UFC debut. He has been nothing short of a buzzsaw, just going through guys at a rate that not anyone could have expected. What a fantastic fighter we get to watch every time we see Khamzat in the octagon.
And of course, many people harken back to the Gilbert Burns fight in 2022, the consensus fight of that year in which Chimaev was challenged and still rose to the occasion. We'll see how he fares tonight. Khamzat Chimaev has graced the octagon. He's ready to go. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, Khamzat Chimaev.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, two of the biggest superstars in the sport ready to engage, Israel Adesanya and Khamzat Chimaev. And even though Chimaev doesn't have a lot of miles in this middleweight division, he's your #1 contender chasing UFC immortality here tonight.
Chimaev is the #1 contender because of his dominance. But Adesanya has seen this. He has seen the fast rising challenge. He has been in this moment and handled the fast rising guy. My question going into this one, though, how does Adesanya handle the wrestling of Khamzat Chimaev? If he can do that, if Chimaev is forced to stand with him, Khamzat may be in for a long night.
There's that counter game of Israel Adesanya in full effect early in this fight.
He's so long, and he does such a great job of seeing and picking up reads of when you're going to attack. The moment you enter, Izzy hits you with those counter shots, and he really makes you pay for trying to engage him in the fight.
Adesanya gets tagged by that straight punch. Nice land for the offense there.
Over and over, he is landing punches to the head.
Nice crack there. Just over 3 minutes now to go. Out of range with that one.
Good takedown defense by Israel.
Adesanya lands.
Wow, actually got the takedown.
Chimaev's in half guard now.
Beautiful transition. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position. 2-on-1.
Oh, going for the armbar now. That might be tight.
That is tight.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Chimaev gets the double leg takedown. How good was that?
Another takedown lands.
45 seconds to go here in round one. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Chimaev. Late round action here. Khamzat Chimaev at his mauling best. He's got a lot of ways to win tonight, leaning on the wrestling.
Yeah, it's going to be the wrestling. When he's having a lot of success, when he's doing his best, he can mix in the wrestling, even though he is a very capable striker. Tonight, the wrestling has been the key, and that is why Khamzat is being absolutely dominant.
Horn sounds for the end of round one.
All right, buddy, take a seat. Deep breath. Good. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. All right, now, I want you to set those kicks up.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and for all the good that he did in that round, it was the punching that really led to him really taking control of the fight. He did a great job finding his shot over and over again.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round here. Leg kick.
He's trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
Good body work with that hook by Khamzat Chimaev.
And it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has recovered.
His opponent recovered. Now he's got to deal with everything that he's doing at it. He should have got the right foot.
All right, so the uppercuts have been a big part of the storyline in this one, but the setups have really been key for him. He's not telegraphing that strike, and the opponent hasn't been able to adjust.
He has not been able to see them. It's a very tricky punch, especially in the way that he throws it. He throws it at a time when you expect so many different strikes, but it's because he has such a vast knowledge of just finding that strike.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Great timing on that double leg.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Adesanya. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Another ground and pound strike gets home, making all these shots count. Adesanya's in half guard.
And now he's inside control.
Attempting a choke now.
That Darce choke is tight. It looks like the Darce choke is in. He's got it locked in now. What he's got to do is start to feed his head.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Final seconds of the round. Quick hip movement there, and he does indeed get back to his feet. Nicely done. Round 3 next. Heading back to the corner now after that round. Adesanya's corner now. We'll take a look at that lip. The cut man is in, and you got to tighten that up. It's really starting to bleed now. We'll see if it rears its ugly head as this fight continues. All right, let us now take a look back at some of the highlights from that previous round. We'll see if we can isolate the exact strike that caused that cut to his lip.
He landed a beautiful shot that cut him on the lip. Now, listen, guys. As long as it ain't like Jairzinho Rhodes striking Alistair Overeem, you're fine. Cuts on the lip are okay unless your lip is hanging off like we have seen sometimes. That is not that. He's got to protect it.
I got Robbie Lawler on line 1, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I remember Robbie.
Lip cuts.
Oh, my God. I was thinking about that. I couldn't remember who it was, though.
All right, next round is upon us. Let's see how it plays out. Nice job offensively as the strike lands clean.
Tries to take out the leg. Beautiful leg kick lands.
Right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target. Oh, again!
Oh, he lands a massive kick here.
Great takedown defense right now by the champ.
Oh, he scored with that uppercut.
Let's go. Keep pushing forward.
Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. Just over 3 minutes to go now.
Oh, wow. Great jab there by Izzy.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it. We have crossed the midpoint of this one. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Again, going back to the jab just out of range. Oh, huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh!
Big left hand.
Nice jab by Izzy. Nice shot there by the champ. He's throwing bombs. Every time they come into contact, he is throwing bombs.
Chimaev's attempt there is blocked by the opponent.
Ooh, big shot lands. This is big. That's big.
Chimaev's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. 30 seconds to go here.
He passes to half guard.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Adesanya. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship round. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
Ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Connection by could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school. Good job being a threat off your back and not allowing your opponent to get comfortable.
Khamzat Chimaev ground and pound from half guard.
I mean, these wrestling transitions are beautiful. These guys are really getting after it. That Darce is tight.
Oh, flattens him out now. This could be the beginning of the end. Chimaev's in half guard. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up. The hard ground and pound is paying dividends. He has opened up a cut. This is a terrible position.
Ground and pound strike there now. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Oh, big pop from the crowd as they get back to their feet after a pretty scintillating grappling battle there on the ground.
Well, it's an educated crowd, John. They appreciated all the grappling exchanges and how skilled both of these men are.
Adesanya getting absolutely worked here from the top. These are some very effective ground and pound strikes.
He's got to start throwing down. That was nice.
He's got to start to get to the get-up process. Because everybody talks like you just get up, you don't. It's a process, right? You get to the underhook, you build to the elbow, then you start to gain height to get back to your feet.
Nice defense.
I need you to be active on the ground now.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice.
These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
Ooh, nice defense. I thought that punch might get through. Oh!
Oh, my God!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. We send it in there now to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 32 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, Khamzat Chimaev, your winner by knockout here tonight. Not quite as quick as the knockout of Gerald Meerschaert, but another quick night at the office for the undefeated Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, a massive night for Khamzat.